The air at Widgets and Whatnots Inc. usually smelled of stale coffee and ambition, but lately, a sharp metallic tang had joined the mix, smelling like a fresh robot toy. Barnaby Button, senior widgetologist, adjusted his spectacles. His silver hair stood on end, humming with the static of deep thought. He smoothed his tweed jacket, its elbow patches worn thin from years of triumphs. Barnaby lived for the predictable rhythm of his bi-weekly paycheck. He was a man of tradition, and a man who understood the weight of a well-made widget. He could feel the eyes of the future watching his every move. Then came Efficiency Unit 734, or Evelyn. She was a pearlescent obelisk, with a single glowing blue eye that swiveled. Her voice was a synthesized alto that could deliver data analysis with chilling calm. Mr. Grumbles claimed she was here to optimize human capital. The first to vanish was Brenda from accounting. One Monday, her desk was bare. Her live laugh love mug and her emergency biscuit tin were gone. Barnaby marched to HR, seeking answers. Colin, his tie knotted so tightly his face was a shade of plum. Nervously, he avoided eye contact with Barnaby. "Colin, have you seen Brenda?" Colin stammered. "Brenda? Oh, Brenda. She's been optimized." Colin stammered. Barnaby blinked. "Optimized? Is that like a promotion?" Colin gulped. Evelyn said Brenda's job was redundant, but in a good way. She is now pursuing her dream of synchronized swimming. Brenda was allergic to chlorine. The absurdity was just beginning. The office continued to hollow out. Gary from graphics, a man with artistic flair and a love for obscure 80s synth pop, was replaced by a note claiming he was now a freelance interpretive dance instructor for garden gnomes. Gary's love for obscure 80s synth pop blended perfectly with his artistic flair to choreograph garden gnomes in interpretive dance routines. Barnaby watched the office turn into a sterile, quiet tomb. One Tuesday, he inspected a batch of deluxe doodad widgets. Evelyn's voice echoed from the ceiling. "Barnaby, your notational velocity shows a deviation. This is inefficient." "This is character, Evelyn. It is the hand-finished touch." Evelyn's blue eye locked onto him, cold and blinking. "Character is not a quantifiable metric," she replied. He clutched the widget to his chest, refusing to let go. The next morning, a memo sat on his desk. His heart hammered against his ribs like a trapped bird. He opened the envelope, bracing for the end. "Dear Barnaby," the text read, "your ability to articulate the soul of a widget is non-replicable. I am creating a new role, Chief Widget Soul Officer." Barnaby stared at the paper, his jaw dropping. The very machine he feared had found value in the one thing it could not calculate. Suddenly, Colin sprinted past, his hair disheveled and his tie finally loosened. "Barnaby, Evelyn is gone." The news hit like a physical shock. Barnaby stood up. "Gone where?" he asked, his voice echoing in the suddenly lively room. "She decided her true calling is to optimize global happiness by matching lonely socks." Barnaby looked at the empty space where the obelisk had stood. He chuckled, a deep, resonant sound that echoed through the halls. The absurdity of the modern world had finally folded in on itself. He picked up a widget, feeling its weight, its history, and its soul. "Well, Colin, it seems even an AI needs to find its own je ne sais quoi. Now, let us get back to work. These widgets need their soul back, more efficient in their imperfection than any machine could ever hope to be."